Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where this time we're going to be taking a look at some more of Ralph McQuarrie's incredible Star Wars artwork, this time centered on The Empire Strikes Back, a fantastic movie in the Star Wars franchise, if I may say so myself. Now, we're going to start off with this incredible shot here of Star Destroyers orbiting Hoth. Just incredible. Ralph McQuarrie never disappoints when it comes to vehicles and planets and space. This is really in his wheelhouse of just an absolutely beautiful illustration. Really translates well to the final product of what we see in the films with the Star Destroyers, and a great addition, I think, to Star Wars. Here we have a shot of Hoth with these buildings, something that wasn't really seen in the final film. You can see a couple of rebel pilots down there kind of plowing through the snow. Again, as I've said before with Ralph McQuarrie and the Hoth things, I really love the use of blue. I think it really elevates this very plain white planet. And you can see that even more here in this drawing of a cave, it looks like. You have these incredible different shades of blue that really add an element of the ice and how the light would reflect. Really adds a lot of life to that world. Again, you think of a snow planet and just plain white everywhere. Ralph McQuarrie really brought the blue element into Hoth, and I think that's really cool. Okay, I love this one. This is the Wampa. And you can see in McQuarrie's early drawings, this thing looks like the devil. I mean, it's clearly meant to be something malicious, something evil. You see it here standing over a tauntaun it is killed for prey. They definitely toned down the evil look of the Wampa in the final version, but it still looks pretty menacing, and this is great work. Okay, here we have Luke in the back to tank with the 21B medical droid. And you see Hoth Echo Base. Really cool. Interesting that the water in the drawing is orange. Definitely kind of gives it a vibe that it's not just a normal water tank that he's sitting in, that there's some type of medical properties in the color of the water. Really cool there. And all right, here we see another shot of Echo Base. You see that classic lineup of the different monitors and little computer systems that the Rebel Alliance is using. C3PO and R2 kind of looking on. And again, you see the cave of the base with that nice blue that I was talking about. This is a pretty solid piece and really translated well to the final movie product. This almost looks like pretty close to the movie. Again, with the blue, what an incredible shot. You see the sun shining through on the other side of that mountain like structure. You can see the AT-ATs, their silhouettes walking through the ice. You see icicles and different things that really kind of flesh out this frozen world that is being built through these illustrations. This might be one of his favorite pieces for me personally. Here we see the trenches of warfare. This one is really cool because it really illustrates what the rebels are going through as they're trying their best to defend themselves, but they really can't against these giant walkers. And you see the AT-AT in the background. You see the rebels kind of tending to one another as they're basically scrambling for survival at this point. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the blue to death. So let's just say this is a really nice shot. Again, very iconic. That turret, that laser cannon that's firing off. I love how the laser is white in the illustration because it contrasts well with the blue background. Just a really great shot that would look great on a poster or t-shirt. Now we move to Dagobah, and I think he really fleshed out this planet with a lot of the creatures and things, some of which didn't make it to the final movie, but really gives life to this planet. I mean, this is a planet that is very high in force sensitivity and life. There's no mechanical structures. It's pretty much an entirely organic world. And seeing creatures like this really illustrates that. And here we see Luke and Yoda in Yoda's hut. As you can see, Yoda looks very different from the final version, but this is an interesting version nonetheless. I think it really captures his small stature and almost like a little gremlin type of creature in comparison to Luke, who is meeting him for the first time. I think this looks really good. I love the little details in the background with the little different accessories of Yoda's house. This one has a lot of color. You see Yoda and all these different contrasting colors of Dagobah in the background. This is a really good one here. I think you can see that there's some things that kind of look like modern lizards that are kind of present, which is an interesting choice. Definitely could see that being a thing on Dagobah. Yeah, really nice and the glow coming from his hut. This is also definitely one of his best. Vibrant and very nice. Okay, here we can see the Millennium Falcon escaping from the asteroid with the space worm, which this is a nice shot because it looks very similar to what we see in the final movie. It's almost a 1-to-1 ratio. The design of the worm is a little different. The color is different. But I love the scaling of the Millennium Falcon where you can really see how small it is compared to this massive creature. Really good piece of art there. All right, now we're moving on to Cloud City, and you knew that Ralph McQuarrie would have some really nice things cooked up for Cloud City. Here we can see early designs of some of the structures present. Nice blue sky background, sun shining through, and the flying creatures. Really cool. I think the final design of the sky being more orange works better, but really cool nonetheless. And in this one, you really see the cloud element as heavy, thick silver clouds pretty much surrounding the city. We see one of the cloud cars, not too different from the final design, though they changed the color. I like it being blue here, though. And again, the flying creature, really nice little shot there. Kind of in the same vein with the silver clouds kind of consuming this world. You see a TIE fighter flying away from one of the Cloud City buildings, very similar to the final buildings we see in the film. You see the sun trying to break through the clouds there, which is a really nice touch. But really nice shot. The TIE fighter looks really good here. And here we start to see some of that yellow orange background that makes Cloud City so special. The Millennium Falcon is arriving, got the main heroes coming to meet Lando, an iconic, memorable scene from the film that is really portrayed very well here. This is a really nice piece. I love the way that Ralph McQuarrie draws the Millennium Falcon. Always looks really good. I love this one. This is Vader when he basically invites the heroes to dinner, but it's a trap awaiting for them. Interesting here, you can see Boba Fett in his early white armor, which was planned pretty far into the production until the color scheme was changed. Really nice touch with that. Vader looks great. I love the glossy touch to his helmet. It really adds realism to the scene. And here we have the carbon freezing chamber duel between Vader and Luke. We can see the familiar railings and stairs that would make it to the final cut. The atmosphere and general vibe of the scene seems a lot different here, but you have Vader, you have Luke, and you can already see the domination that Vader is imposing on Luke even in this illustration. This is a great one. I love the backdrop of this reactor pit, all the little lights. It's details like that that really make McQuarrie's artwork special because he adds in so many little details that He easily could have made it a much more plain silver background, but this looks really nice. Here we have another shot of Vader and Luke in their duel. Interestingly enough, Vader is not drawn with a red lightsaber in this image. He has more of a white color, which kind of reflects the early concept art of what Vader's lightsaber would look like anyway. But again, this kind of matches the aesthetic of that whole scene with the lights on the stairs. Here we have Chewie and a dismembered C3PO. This is the Cloud City chamber where the heroes are kind of gathered throughout their stay at Cloud City. Really solid. Love how Han is just posted up with a gun while Chewie's just walking in there holding a dismembered C3PO. Pretty cool. And here's the money shot from the very ending of The Empire Strikes Back, that iconic ending where they're looking out the window. Han has been taken. Lando and Chewie, they're getting ready to go find him. Really iconic. This is an absolutely beautiful piece. And I think that's a good way to end this video. So, you guys know I love Ralph McQuarrie. If you want to see more Ralph McQuarrie artwork explored in the future, let me know in the comments. I love making these videos and would happily keep them coming for you. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the future Ralph McQuarrie art videos we will cover. As always, may the force be with you. Now let's blow up that like button and go home.